Yesterday I did a video about how I study orchestration, and today I want to show you that I do the exact same thing when I study a foreign language. Hang in there. This is a paragraph in English and Italian that came from the thing I was listening to today on a podcast. It's very complicated Italian. Whether you speak Italian or not, it's probably fairly complicated. This is actually not even real sentences. This is a run-on sentence of somebody talking. So this whole paragraph is a single sentence, but that's irrelevant. The point is, what do I do when I'm trying to understand or practice understanding Italian? Well, the first thing I do is I have to know the big picture of what I'm listening to. Just like with the Goldilocks thing we were talking about yesterday, where you know Goldilocks is in the bed. If you don't know it's Goldilocks, if it's just a girl in a bed, it means nothing to you. But if you know 3 bears are coming, it changes the story. Well, in this case, I could hear all of this Italian and not understand it. Just like in the same way somebody may be talking to you, and if you don't know what they're talking about, even if you understand all the words, they just go right by you. Well, with Italian or with any foreign language, it's much more obvious. You think you don't understand, when actually you may understand all the words, but you're not putting the pieces together. After you get the big picture, then you go in and you try to figure out some of the details. What are some of the words that I don't know? What is, let's see, rapimento, non dovena? What are these words? What do they mean? Can I piece them apart? For the sentences that do have words, what's the structure of the sentence? Maybe it's a sentence that means something to me, but only if I reparse the words. Bruno Vespa ancora un anno dopo dirà non si sa dove l'abbiamo portato. That sentence means there's a change of car, and from there the traces are lost. Bruno Vespa, still a year later, will say we don't know where we took him. The sentence in English, the words don't map one to one. It's not exactly the same. Italian grammar is different from English grammar. And so you have to rearrange the words in your head. This is very similar to thinking about the instruments in the orchestration. Sometimes there are different ways the instruments are organized, and you have to rearrange them in your head. After you get the details of the vocabulary and the grammar, then you have to put it all back into the big picture. So just like with orchestration, we have whole, know what section this is, what this fits into, big picture. Part, what are the details? What are the things that make it hard to understand, and take those apart. And then whole again, put them back into the big picture. You may have noticed that I'm getting at something here. So far, we've talked about orchestration and we've talked about foreign language. And while the details differ, the process for thinking about them is the same. Could it be the same for mathematics? If I have the guts, I'll make that video next.